Good morning. It is 5:30 a.m. and I am here in Olympic National Park. Today I have a very special trail planned. I am going to Lake of the Angels via the Putvin Trail, which is a notoriously challenging climb. This trail is 6.5 miles round trip with 3,400 feet of elevation gain. And there are some pretty interesting sections of this trail, but it leads to a stunning alpine lake in the Olympic Mountains. So I am excited, and I am excited that this is going to be the first proper alpine lake of the year. So I have got quite the climb ahead of me, so I'm going to get going and see what this trail has. I'm on this first mile and a half of trail that just kind of winds along the side of the valley, and I am just getting these beautiful peekaboo views of the sunrise hitting the mountains on the other side. It has been quite gorgeous, and this lower forest is so pretty. I'll have to film it better on the way out when there's some more light, but yeah, this first mile and a half is supposed to be pretty chill, and then it starts doing all that gain all at once. So we're not quite to the fun part yet, but we're at the pretty part. Oh my gosh, it finally opened up. Okay, sorry, I just came around the bend, and the view of the mountains opened up. Oh my gosh, let me show you. That has been my view. Oh my goodness, look at that. Gorgeous color. That is an Olympic sunrise right there. See, I made the turn off of the lower trail, and now I am on the beginning of the final 2-mile steep ascent up to Lake of the Angels. This is supposed to be an extremely rugged, very steep boot path that involves a couple of sections of scrambling. So it's gonna get interesting from here on out, but the views are also going to get better from here. As I'm sure you can see behind me, I have broken into these slopes of alpine meadows that are just filled with wildflowers, and the view has started to open up, and it is, oh my gosh, amazing. Like, oh, that mountain behind me is so cool. But I am at one small flat section after doing over 1,000 feet of gain, a pretty steep forest, and then I see the final ascent up to Lake of the Angels. So the final section of this is supposed to be the steepest, but there's some scrambles up these rocky cliffs, and then up over this, that is where the lake basin is. So I am on my final ascent into what they call the Valley of Heaven, which it is already heavenly here. This meadow is beautiful, and oh my gosh, that mountain behind me is pretty darn cool looking. But gonna do some wildflower photography and then get ready for the fun part of the trail. Part of the trail I've been looking forward to. Okay, I think I found the stretch that everybody talks about as far as scrambles go, because this goes up and I can see part of the cliff there. There's supposed to be a rope, so see how much of this I can film and how interesting this is. All right, well, after having done this, I can say it is very doable, but pretty vertical in this last little section here. Like, there is a section where it is pretty much straight up, but the roots and the rocks are very solid holds, so nothing too difficult, but I wouldn't recommend it if you're afraid of heights or anything like that. But okay, looking at the final ascent up this scramble, and I see the sun up there. There's a rope to help, but this all looks pretty solid scrambling wise, so wish me luck. I could not show all of that because this final little thing has a move that's a little tricky. To get up this rock face, because it's just like angled weirdly, so it's kind of hard to get the proper leverage. But whew, this is the end of the scramble section, and now I have the final ascent into the Valley of Heaven, and this is gonna be beautiful. I see the sun ahead, the views have opened up, but yeah, this scramble, I'll talk more about it going down, but yeah, I wouldn't recommend this if you're afraid of heights. Behind me is the Pond of the False Prophet, and I am now firmly in the Valley of Heaven, and oh my goodness, it is so true. It is tranquil. I haven't heard anything but babbling brooks and birds, and these views and wildflowers are amazing. And the fact that I am here means that I just got to get over one small ridge and then I will be at the Lake of the Angels. But oh my gosh, this is about as idyllic as it gets. I give you the Lake of the Angels. I mean, I'm sorry, I rounded the corner into this valley and my jaw dropped. Oh my God, this is actually, this might actually be heaven. Oh my goodness. And there are no bugs here, so it's just absolute paradise. I mean, oh my God, I'm gonna get to spend some time here, enjoy and explore. This is one of the most beautiful places I have ever seen. Oh my God. I came around the lake and basically this is my lunch spot. Came up these rocks to get this view of the lake, and oh my God, I can't believe this place. It's like everywhere you look, it's just idyllic. Valley of Heaven lives up to its name, as does Lake of the Angels. That's it's really all you can say about it, I think. It's beautiful. So I'm going to enjoy. There are no mosquitoes here, so there's nothing stopping me from staying all day if I want. I guess it's time I give the tour of this place. So obviously this is the Lake of the Angels. We are in the Valley of Heaven, and this peak here, this is Mount Stone. That's supposed to be a pretty fun scramble I looked into. I didn't have time for it today, but beautiful peak. And then over that way, I'm not sure if that's the proper summit, but I believe that's Mount Skokomish. And then here is this beautiful wall of the basin. And this is some of the most crystal clear water I have ever seen in my life. This is just, it's pristine. Look at that. It is just like a polished gemstone. I can't believe it. It's beautiful. So when I was researching this trail, I was looking at pictures and stuff, and I just got the feeling that this was one of those places that pictures are not doing justice. And I was extremely right. The photographs of this place are not capturing the grand scale, the pristine alpine paradise that this is. It's really hard to do it justice. I have never been more pained to leave a place, but after spending quite some time at the lake, I must begin the descent back to the mortal realm, I suppose. All right, this kind of place makes you a little poetic. With a name like Lake of the Angels, I get to get away with it. Anyway, I'm going to start the descent. This is going to be beautiful on the upper meadows. Had to cover up because there's not mosquitoes at the lake, but they're everywhere else. So my goal, 0 bites. And it should be pretty smooth sailing once I get down the scrambles. The one scramble with the rope, we'll see. I'll survive somehow. And after that, should be pretty easy back down to the car. But oh my goodness, goodbye heaven. Well, Lake of the Angels was nothing short of perfect. Oh my goodness. This is already going to be a long video. Once again, the footage, gorgeous, the meadows, the lake, just everything. I think showing is better than telling here. This trail, but don't get me wrong, this trail is challenging, but challenging in a fun way. Like, it is steep. But the steep sections are pretty fun, and the scrambling is also pretty fun. So I really enjoyed it. It's like challenge in a fun way instead of like challenge in a miserable, why did I think this was a good idea kind of way. But Lake of the Angels, oh my goodness, Olympics absolutely delivered. I've rarely seen a place so pristine and quiet, and it's just beautiful. It's one of my new favorite places. But yeah, I think I have gone on long enough for this video. Lake of the Angels is definitely a new favorite, and I recommend it if you are up for a pretty challenging climb. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, and here are my favorite pictures from the trail today. Enjoy.